Our hero is not a typical one. In fact, it could be well stated the direct inverse. At times, his actions and deeds shall cause those of you most civilized to exclaim, "Good heavens, this man is a villain," and you would not be misdirected in expressing yourself so. However, you would be amiss to think it is a fault of his own consequence. For this man was born under the stars of a scoundrel. The cosmic fates weave all of our baskets more deeply than you know, dear reader. I say all this to you simply to be heard, that you may withhold judgment, and, as reprehensible as it may yet sound, grow to harbor some shred of sympathy and even understanding for our unknowing Lord. Smoking on that joint like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. Flow disgusting sick like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. Illegal most places like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. Makes people make faces like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. There's a non-problematic tiki bar. It removes the colonial specter. You're sitting on stools in a subway station, drinking liquor out of pineapples. Shouldn't that be free already? Then the last ghost might be gone. To strike the same match, like choice of word or direction ambled, so much of life comes down to gamble. A vile word like ghost or wraith. Kierkegaard chose leap of faith. We must admit this does sound nice, for toss of coin or rolling dice. All three of these have senses reeling, and that sinking stomach feeling. When it works out, heed my advice. It's a greater risk to expect it twice. The civet's mantle. The veils of slumber find the civet cat far among the stars. The berries that he sups upon foretell the then, the will, the are. Soothsayings of the homeless bum rail against the night. God, Satan, Mary are now Pepsi, Coke, and Sprite. You can hear the civet whisper, "Damn, that verse was nice." Baristas brew the civet shit, $200 the price. The revolver whirred with a high-pitched whine as he spun the chamber and pointed it at his crotch. Click. "I didn't blow my boys off." Hemingway smiled to himself, the same way a monkey smiles when he kills some bigger monkey with a bigger rock, and the blood gutters and sputters like a Satan's volcano. Chilling with Earl at ping pong club, and this homeless bum started talking to me about cartons of smokes until I got confused and gave him permission to shoot Malawi junk in the staff bathroom. Met a female dragon, had a fire conversation. Met a female graphic designer, had a Fiverr conversation. Met a female LinkedIn recruiter, had a hire conversation. Met a female financial advisor, had a retire conversation. Met a female backcatcher, had an umpire conversation. Met a female backscratcher, had an up higher conversation. Concerning Bourdain's last Instagram story, I know hindsight is 20/20, and I empathize, but in his position, I would have definitely considered attempting to thug that shit out, and would encourage the same for you and all your loved ones, or people you kinda know but with bad vibes. Together or apart, we can truly thug any shit out. Just know when you're out thugging it, under the same night sky, those same stars, I'm also thugging shit out, locked in, checking my mental, and moving correct. Thug life. I worked at Costco as a box boy. The summer heat beat down on our windowless American steel adobe, and I would leave the trifle of boxes to the bleary-eyed pensioners with their cartons of cigarettes and many fold medicines, tinctures, tonics. I pretended to be disabled while the crowds tossed pennies and cheered on my bravery to defy God's many punishments upon me. I whispered in a service hound's ear, "Good man, you are definitely gay for pussy." The blind bastard had ears like an FBI truck. All roads lead to Rome. Laurel crown lifts unto head. Innocence as concept is not panacea unto dread. No justified respite can soothe or mend. as all life someday joins sand. Rivers run out, red flickers, yesterday vital forces fled. Martyr is a phrase of word for toll paid by sacrifice, and perhaps may mark a place for dearest loves that died, with a price sacrosanct as death no one other could contend. For mammon always crumbles in the end. Outside understanding shifts these scales, measured and balanced twice. Alack, alas, the martyred soul, if the three fates doth portend, virtue becomes a midday stop, and vice thy journey's end. Vince Vaughn dumped it all out in that season 2 True Detective. He almost got his whole cliche mobster shit off. My boy was cartwheeling in the clear heels through the lobby, but it couldn't fix that cinematic car crash surrounding his gifted-ass performance. Colin Farrell? Girl, Colin Farewell. One should not leave his wash basin too close to his chamber pot, lest he become shit-faced. Shu Zhu, the Wanderer, 2234 BC. It's hard to pretend you aren't the man. All you can leave is what's left to them. I was at an electroacoustic ambient sonic presentation picnic. I heard a loud motorcycle roar, and Death Grips rode upon the valiant steed. "This shit sucks," he shouted, and began concentrically rotating 2 piezo pickups that were previously concealed. They formed a natural oscillator which gained speed and blew away the various handmade delicate microsynths, while the audience cheered. "So much for the science fair," he boasted, and now handed out free K-Way windbreakers and JanSport backpacks. How do you get to the point where you're there? Evil Balenciaga be like, let's put very old senior citizens with the expensive clothes. Whirring gears, flashing lights, magic screen of earthly delights, arcane logic held within. Insert my debit, now you spin. New Orleans lobster saxophone themes. Financial wealth fills my waking dreams. A coming typhoon of exchangeable tokens. Yippee, I exclaim, coffers metaphorically swollen, as the LCD does proclaim, Seth Rogen busted open. Seth appears, he twerks and toils, whilst pungent smell from booty roils. I admire his talent. Seth Rogen sure is flexible. This stated from a perspective not in no way sexual, but at my liberty as an intellectual, platonically to appreciate Seth Rogen throwing ass, as adept as he was at smoking grass. Whirring gears, flashing lights, magic screen of earthly delights, arcane logic held within. Insert my debit, now you spin. New Orleans lobster saxophone themes. Financial wealth fills my waking dreams. A coming typhoon of exchangeable tokens. Yippee, I exclaim, coffers metaphorically swollen, as the LCD does proclaim. Seth Rogen busted open. Seth appears, he twerks and toils, whilst pungent smell from booty roils. I admire his talent. Seth Rogen sure is flexible. This stated from an objective perspective, in no way sexual, but at my liberty as an intellectual, to platonically appreciate Seth Rogen throwing ass, as adept as he was at smoking grass. Night Portcullis, our hero, Sellsword Reaver, lives in a world of high macabre fantasy, inhabited by wretched omens and a Nosferatu, Pentecoustic tribunal zombie alchemists, and even an orcish phalanx regiment. Also there are sinister high elves and a pack of gay freaks, centuries before that was considered cool or tolerant, which should help attract a Reddit community and high-paying DJ bookings in Silicon Valley. Seth Rogen might bust it open, tremulous cheeks booming, stinking up the roomin', like he never been housebroken. Ba-ding, ba-ding, like a Mario token. Bad ting, Seth Manaman Bad Ting. Addicted to paradox, Seth only likes things that are hard and easy. Seth not putting up with no peasy weasy. None of that shrimp talk. No half-cock. Not Chicken Little in his walk. Seth Rogen wants all rooster. If it was a Vax, he'd be axing for an extra double triple cardiac arrest Monsanto booster. Feel like Seth Rogen when he busted open. Feel like Seth Rogen when he busted open. Pineapple Express. Feel like Seth Rogen when he busted open. Pineapple Express dribble, dirty dude. Seth Rogen bounce on it with attitude. That Rogen boy, mighty rude. Yeah, he a rowdy rebel. Seth Rogen booty based, got no treble. Don't take it lightly. Seth Rogen don't ever ask politely, not even slightly. He's shouting, "You feeling this pottery, daddy?" Haha, shit, I might be. They got me feeling like Ang Lee, out there in Hong Kong making a movie, some kind of kung fu sing-along. But the problem for me is, I don't speak Chinese. Yeah, that isn't me. I'm not Ang Lee. This dog took a runny diarrhea dump and then ate it again and puked it back out when suddenly a blind guy smelled it and started flopping around on the floor barfing up blood. The blind guy had evolved a hypersensitive sense of smell. Think how you can evolve neuroplasticity to help your CEO manager ensure business goal. AI will replace us. Buddy, have you even tried asking the AI to show you images of Dilbert's naked cock with the little black and red striped tie sticking up on it so that you know it's Dilbert's? What were we talking about? If I was going to become famous, I already would be. Kingdoms would bow before my presence and sputter blood, the placenta of Moonmother's gift, Elden Ring DLC. Anti-homeless architecture is needed in the public library. Why did the foodie burn his mouth? He only wanted to eat places before it was cool. How I wish you were queer. We're just two homos fucking in each other's holes year after year. Apply to Y Combinator with the homeless man scribbling equations on the bus. Tell them you are building a time machine. Polka Dots and Potpourri. Hard Boiled was directed by Ang Lee. Bruce Lee used to fight on the roofs of Kowloon. Walled City where they tore down. Kowloon Walled City, I miss Raccoon City. I'd name my kid Kowloon Walled City, or also Bruce Lee, or Hard Boiled Hong Kong, untranslated director's cut version. The modern day equivalent to being a roots reggae rocksteady skinhead is setting your iPhone alarm to be in attendance to the main Twitch stream of some kid who reacts to Traplore Ross documentaries, knowing that you are chat and you are legion, and yes, this is real. Calling all cars, calling all cars. We have a robbery taking place, calling all cars. Well, Frankie took the wheel and sped, as only Frankie could. Seems Frank was only doing bad when he wasn't doing good. 600,000 unmarked bills, a coolin' in the case. Smile wrapped around the cigarette that hung from Frankie's face. Sirens coming closer now, he wasn't hearing that. Wasn't that it wasn't serious, it just wasn't where he was at. Now dig this, man. Werner Herzog voice.
Film is not the art of scholars, but of Seth Rogen's quaking, shaking, big booty ass. I watch sweat glimmer as he shakes it and bakes it. Easy bake booty quake Rogen, oh yeasy. Whole room going crazy, whole room smelling crazy. He is shaking his grown man, swollen ass, his ecstatic transcendence of marijuana comedies. Seth Rogen now hones his craft via his bodacious curves. That succulent Seth Rogen ass flaps and claps, a spectacle ancient man could relate to. Our earliest sculptures in the caves of Europa depict massive thunking donker blonkers, sensuously shimmying. I watched him throw it back with Wim Wenders, who was so enraptured he experienced a nosebleed and had to leave.
I took 3 melatonins and slipped inside a deep sleep to a hard-boiled world that was populated by those with the heart and soul of animated cartoon wolves from the 1930s. Tommy guns controlled the streets, and sedans or coupes hapless enough to be caught in their reckoning became Brillo Mobilos, stainless steel Swiss cheese sayonara, a new blimp era. God wouldn't be Elvis, it would be Lou Reed, the unauthorized Lester Bangs speculative fiction. They cry out, these wounded soldiers, not for platitudes spoken into MTA card, but for that woven ambergris of words strung from the whispering muse. Is this poetry? I cannot hear the question, only the neon humbuzz of an old radio. They asked Coltrane, is this jazz? He probably said, hell yeah. Danzig Dimension Mitski. I pet on oozing frogs. Cowboy Dimension Mitski. I'm doggone losing bets. San Francisco Startup Dimension Mitski. Oops, something went wrong. Please refresh and try again later. At Hinge Red Flags. OMG, y'all, that Chinese girl song came on, and this man is shouting every word, whilst throwing it back. At Hinge Red Flags. I swear to God, he just put the flashlight on his phone. Go live. Go live. At Real-Time Red Flags. In line at Starbucks, Mitski came on, and now Hinge Date is reciting every word with passion. At Hinge Red Flags. He's turned on the flashlight and handed it to middle-aged man. Go live. Go live. At Hinge Red Flags. This adult man up on his tippy toes, twerking and looking back at it. At Hinge Red Flags. People are leaving. At Hinge Red Flags. Security guard running over, shouting, Mitski reposted. Mitski reposted. Witski. I pet on oozing frogs, therefore my cauldron, these ones I caught near the bog. Blade Runner is called Blade Runner because William Burroughs read a book about a Blade Runner by a guy named Norse, who was actually a medical doctor. The screenwriter for Blade Runner wrote down Blade Runner in the margin of the script for Blade Runner because he read the title of the book, Blade Runner, and thought it sounded cool. Ridley Scott read it and said, that sounds cool, but changed the name from Blade Runner, the movie, the name of the book, to Blade Runner. Bruh, this mangy mutt fully chomped your cock off, and a turkey vulture spirited that shit away into the distance, like it's some hentai Mitsubishi cartoon. I said I could never listen to a Kendrick Lamar album all at once, because I like Gil Scott-Heron albums, and they didn't have Rick and Morty voices. Even a blind guy can tell when the dog has barfed. He could just smell it, or step in that warm slop, wearing just socks, and say, I'm gonna clobber that fucking thing. Sigmund Freud paraphrased, Zinn isn't ever gonna fly off like that. We wanna be sucking on that shit. I'm talking monkey mode. Bananarama. Dogs wanna bark on a bone. Dig it, baby? Mozart played the magic flute. You know, Piano Boy went pound town on that milk bone. Get that cupcake chew gum teabaggy out of my face. Idea for later, too busy. Select all the blank image captcha, pictures of werewolves and dogmen interspersed. Select all the put either werewolves or dogmen. Use government art grant-funded focus group and analytics to determine which will yield higher reach and like margins. I be the humble flexin' bragginist. Can I bum a fagonist? Diablo 1 protagonist. Yeah, we always head east. Giving your brain an theological feast. Can't stop at just one philosopher potion. Geeked off these drugs, I drank a philosopher ocean. Yeah, I'm philosopher stoned. Got an ancient curio cabinet made out of philosopher bones. Supreme Umbro collab? Bro, you just slammed your dick in the passenger side door of an Oldsmobile Classic Coupe, and you're screaming and crying and barfing up blood. and all I can do is doff my leather-bound pork pie cap and laugh, baby, laugh. Yeah, yo, I feel like a witch doctor up on his throne. All of you other Macaulays are balking at the you gotta have to go home alone. The last male poet, and guess what? I'm the greatest, using tried and true techniques, along with the latest. Regis made a lot of millionaires, but his heart could never take this. So burn, Regis, burn in hell, with Kathy Giffords as well. The top spot robber with something new to offer. Combine the bling with the swag, like I'm both prince and pauper. Fresh as the Sol Pine, the future is mine, and I ain't afraid to tear it out the wall like copper. Entropy sublimation and the accumulation of swag. Consequences of the atomization of perennialist modular white boy libertarianism, correlation of the CERN Hadron Collider tearing reality, and the rise of diesel low-cut jeans. Write forever, that is something okay to do. Why does A-type A personality write poetry? I don't know, that's not a punchline. No laughter here, no good times. Cold, accusing eyes, as though I've come by mistake, instead of that devil in Birkenstocks who made one penguin with a ruler ready. What's type A stand for? Always gonna get mad. When I sneeze on the floor. We won't be poets till the profs are dead, and we forget what they did. Toilets are time machines. The English called them growlers. In your head, you can admire all your finest flowers. James Joyce had a whole chapter about ripping ass. They sure do pass the hours. Spooky poem number 12. It's the same each night as the evening careens at the speed of a mishandled minecart careening. You've seen death at many a man's table, but never yours. You bellow, sometimes a man's collar crumpled in your meaty fist. In fact, you have seen him some nights. He drops by because the conversation is so lively. Always a laugh here. And then one night, as though materialized but no, your eyes have rested there near 29 minutes. Not a black but gray. A gray dead that light finds no contour, no trace. Chalky as bone meals and those tiny coke parodies of eyes. A shudder that does not come, like a stick pump jack. Carried corpse from the room no one recalls. A single word being said, just the feeling of nails on a chalkboard. He was like, I don't do anything except record the true sound of the band, but he had all these Dilbert-ass mics and knows that rushed vocals sound better. The spoken word is weak. The spoken word is weak. Scream, motherfucker! Steve Albini. Show enough, I'm whale-pilled again. Welcome to the Whale Burger. Well, can I whip you up a Mark Wahlberg wop widower? Speedmaster. He tasted blood in the back of his throat, but he made it all the way up the hill, without having to stop at those stone steps. Montreal Rave Telegram. This Sunday, Chance d'Impossible. $47.85 at the door. No one turned away for lack of funds. The last hangover was bad enough to scare him off it for good. This time, he thought. The truly horrific part in that was by going home without causing any trouble was that none of that awful feeling was the dread of one's deeds. In fact, those made it a little better. You had a distraction. He reasoned that whatever they were putting in the double IPAs at Casa del Popolo was designed to kill you. Probably also went for the bathtub amphetamine salts. Probably. He wasn't sure on that last part, but he was probably done with that too for a while. Le Battler, Great Mage. He sits at night under a lamppost in the abandoned car park. Before him are the implements of an ancient and foreboding craft. His movements are deftly fluid. A ball-peen hammer and box of seasonal holiday light bulbs are removed, 4 of which, and the tinkle of fairy wings is heard. They are placed in a sacred pattern. Night animals draw closer. Kapow, 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 kapow. Night animals are gone. The cycle begins anew. King of the night. Bombshell is a word I've heard, a rare example I can think of, where in sorrow or in rage you could have blown my dick off. giving an orangutan a zin and shrieking in agony as it dislocates my shoulders like a child playing with a doll. Lyrical flow like the son of a preacher. Yeah, this is like a theater double feature. No creature. Loch Ness, we say less. Instead, it's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, followed by Spike Lee's critically acclaimed She's Gotta Have It. Anesthesiologist as Sin Eater. I feel like King Kong when I microwave my ding-dong. You watching the poetry show? So have fun. Memoirs. In grade 3, I was inducted into the Gifted Child program. I was promptly removed in disgrace after forming a sludge metal band called White Concubine. You don't understand just how ahead of the game you are. Anecdotes? Sure. Encyclopedia? No. Don't be relatable. Become a dumbass. No more butterflies. Blunt force. You don't have to be funny. Well, yeah, you probably do. Gang's at it, right? Buzz and cuz. What can you yap about? Are you good at something? Stop doing it forever. No, really, hear me out. Give yourself the gift of an ordeal. Most people don't have ideas. Limitation. Drugs. Obsessions are important. Style. Karl Nausgaard and Michelle Hallback enter a quaint cafe in the south of France. They talk quietly and politely until they trail off distracted, as in the corner they notice, fading away from them but looking back over his shoulder, Haruki Murakami is silently smiling, gazing down at his own twerking ass. 2008. I'm trying to get my toms on, get my Taoling Gong Bong, and listen to Vampire Weekend. I put my LCD sound system on. We go to piano bars. Yo sis, I'm Sis Hat listening to that system by LCD. We at Piano's Bar tonight, and I'm going to say, you better sleep with me or else I'll tell Terry Richardson. He shouldn't take a photo. Slimy lizard like Komodo, dragon, on and on. Have you ever heard this Girl Talk song? It's a remix of Notorious B.I.G. and the Fleet Foxes one about having HIV. But I'm here with the band Curl. One of them is non-binary, which is practically a girl. And then there's their drummer. They're all 19 years old. Val isn't here, but Lord, I'm sold. He's sure to whack them drums. I'm covered in cum. These boys won't leave me alone. I'm tired of this. It's getting dumb. Alright. The Poetry Forgotten. Under bookie slips and horse race times, poetry becomes the way you light a match. The pink dawn crawling across the neighborhood field. Your eyes sparkling as you win one last jackpot. The smell of Golden Czar malt scotch on your breath. As you tell me, you're crazy, but you're beautiful. And we fall into it together. That Valium Velveteen Iron Maiden embrace. Some fuck was just nuts enough to call love. Being on an island with a lunatic, a scary thing to do. One day the ships came for him, then it was just you. Ideas without grades become so hard to pursue.
Ooh, let's try that again!
Being on an island with a lunatic, a scary thing to do. One day the ships they came for him, then it was just you. Ideas without grades become so hard to pursue. Fat Guy War. I sat on the edge of the couch. God, you look as though you've been through a war. And I got lost in thought, imagining a war where they kept the fat guys alive long enough for them to fight. Lamia's Burden. Snake woman of the dungeonware, singing thy turgid aria, pestilence and agony, you are muses many-fold. And yet, from my game of Final Fantasy VI, strangely I remember your name and visage now. Reptile-ass motherfucker bitch. Can't mess with me, cause I'm king of the jungle. I'm better than reality, like if your band didn't listen to Mr. Bungle. The birds come out and talk to me, the herds come and walk with me. The lions be stalking, bee. But here's the catch, whatever they catch, they bring back to me. And yeah, there's not stopping me. I'm like a god, you see. Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty, but without the lobotomy. think you can give me a try? See if you do that, you die. It's like a hydrogen bomb versus a biodegradable toy. You're just a baby boy. Your lyrics, they're like the Legolized CGI version of something I already did not enjoy. Let's do that one a little more justice. Can't mess with me, the king of the jungle. I'm better than reality, like if your band didn't listen to Mr. Bungle. The birds come and talk to me, the herds come and walk with me. The lions be stalking me, but here's the catch. Whatever they catch, they bring back to me. And yeah, there's not stopping me. I'm like a god, you see. Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty, but without the lobotomy. Think you can give me a try? See if you do that, you die. It's like a hydrogen bombs versus a biodegradable toy. You just a baby boy. Your lyrics, they're like the Legolized CGI version of something which I already did not enjoy. Our hero is not a typical one. In fact, it could be well stated the direct inverse. At times, his actions and deeds shall cause those of you most civilized to exclaim, "Good heavens, this man is a villain," and you would not be misdirected in expressing yourself so. However, you would be amiss to think it is a fault of his own consequence. For this man was born under the stars of a scoundrel. The cosmic fates weave all of our baskets more deeply than you know, dear reader. I say all this to you simply to be heard, that you may withhold judgment, and, as reprehensible as it may yet sound, grow to harbor some shred of sympathy and even understanding for our unknowing Lord. Smoking on that joint like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. Flow disgusting sick like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. Illegal most places like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. Makes people make faces like I'm sucking on my dog's dick. There's a non-problematic tiki bar. It removes the colonial specter. You're sitting on stools in a subway station, drinking liquor out of pineapples. Shouldn't that be free already? Then the last ghost might be gone. To strike the same